Yo, what is going on, people? We are live. We are live. Nah, I mean, bless up to everyone and bless up Latvian Gunner. What's going on, my brother? What's going on, man? What's going on?
Well, nothing much. We won yesterday.
Yeah,
Fantastic win,
congratulations,
to be
man.
honest.
Y'all put four past Atleti. Four past Atleti. Uh, in the chat, AFC always says Glock 14, my striker.
He finally scored 2 goals as well.
Yep.
Mm.
Our defense is impeccable. 9 clean sheets in 4 games. Footy is life. Bless up, bless up. And big up the boss of blue. Big up the boss of blue. Hello, everyone. If you haven't liked the stream already, please do. So, Latvian Gunner, my first question is for you: what introduced you to Arsenal, and what made you become an Arsenal fan?
Well, basically, I became an Arsenal fan 23 years ago, which seems quite a long time, to be honest, to be, for lack of a better word, committed to a certain thing for 23 years. It's no piece of cake, let's be real. But overall, this will sound very weird, but the first Arsenal game I watched was the Champions League final in 2006. That's the only first one. Mostly because, financially and everything, I was in a position where I could have TV, cable, internet, mobile phone. Well, at those times, they were not even a thing, to be honest, if you look for that point of view. But I had nothing. Only thing how I basically gathered sports was the events that were live on my TV. I had a TV with 5 channels. All were local channels, right? And if they bought rights to, let's just say, World Cup, Euros, Olympics, all that stuff, I watched that at the end of the day. And I watched pretty much every single, I have since then watched every single World Cup game, every single Euro game, which also seems kind of insane, but spending that much time with TV. But overall, yeah. In 2002, there was the sports news in the evening, like 9 p.m. it was, every day, 15 minutes there were every day. And there was this game, North London Derby. It was in November. And Arsenal beat Spurs 3-0. Thierry Henry took the ball and everything near halfway line, dribbled through what it feels like a billion people and just smashed it in. Ljungberg then makes it 2-0, and on Wiltord as well scores a goal and everything. And that Thierry Henry goal kind of, I don't know, it sounds very cheesy, but it made me feel something special. Something just triggered inside of me. And since then, basically, I religiously watch sports news, and I tried to follow Arsenal. And basically how I followed Arsenal was, in newspapers. My grandfather was ordering daily newspaper every year, and that's how I read about Premier League, at the time at least. But first Arsenal game in general that I watched live on TV was the final. What a game to watch, to be honest.
Nice.
Right? And the first game I watched on TV, as I had internet access. I didn't even get cable, but I just, basically I turned, 16, had a job. At the time, I basically ordered a subscription to internet and everything, and I started watching on PC, because my first PC as well I got when it was 2008, something like that. Around the time I also got my first mobile phone. Like, I wasn't in that financial situation to get anything, let's just put it that way. But yeah, since then I was watching every single Premier League game, every single Arsenal game, of course. And to go back basically to that time when I became Arsenal fan in 2002 at least, all I did was basically read archives, read online what I could find, watched on YouTube. There are these archive websites where you can watch old games and everything. I watched those games at the time. So basically just to educate myself, let's just put it that way, to that point when it was at least 2002. And then obviously after that, everything unraveled. Internet started to become what it is today. Mobile phones became literally what we see them today, like basically big boards and everything you can watch anywhere at any given time. And since then, I basically tried to educate myself daily on a tiny bit of Arsenal going in the past. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, it's been a weird journey. It's kind of nuts one, because in my family nobody cares about sports in my life, not in terms of watching it, right?
Right.
In my life, I also never had anyone who liked sports. So basically, I'm kind of stranded on a deserted island
I get it.
on my own. And basically, over time, obviously, as Facebook, MySpace, fucking hell, MySpace, TikTok, not TikTok, what's its face? Twitter, what started to become more of a thing. I kind of started to put there something on Reddit, and basically, as technology evolved, as everything evolved, I kind of found some sort of a circle where are more Arsenal fans and everything, just to grow up into. Let's just put it that way, because this community is a nuts one, to say the least, especially in the last few years, in those terms. But yeah, like, there was something at the time when I watched that Thierry Henry goal that something just said, that is it. That's something I want to see. That's something that drawn to me.
All right, this is the club I'm going to support, etc.
And to be honest, Arsenal wasn't the only team. I also like Liverpool, ironically enough, at the time, just based on sports news. And if it wasn't Premier League, interestingly enough, it would have been actually either AC Milan as well, and in La Liga, Deportivo La Coruña, which they were great in the early 2000s, but for lack of a better word, I'm kind of happy that they are now in the second or third division of Spanish league. So kind of happy in a bit that I dodged the bullet in that regard. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Or it would have been Valencia, one of those teams, if it didn't become Arsenal at the time. But yeah.
Fair enough. No. And in what you're saying, you said you educated yourself about your football club, and I feel like a lot of people in this modern era, they just don't educate themselves on their football club. I think they just run and see like what they see on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the social. They just run with it. Like, I even hear some Arsenal fans saying that Robin van Persie was from the Arsenal Academy, and I'm just like, no, he wasn't. In my head, I'm like, no, he wasn't. He was from Feyenoord Academy, yes. And so yeah, man. So people, whatever club you support, you educate yourself about your football club, because it's important, because you don't want to go around saying the wrong things. And if you don't know much about your football club, just say that you don't know, because there's people out there that are your local supporters or your fellow supporters. Yeah, they'll educate you about your club. So my next question for you is, if you were the ownership of Arsenal right now, what are some of the things that you would change at your football club?
What I would change, right?
Yes.
The manager. Part of the board as well. I would what else is there? There are lots of things to change, but those come with time. It's not like they could do an instant change. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, but manager, part of the board.
Yeah, because I wouldn't take Andrea Berta out of the club right now. I kind of trust him to some extent. No, overall, I trust him to do the best thing possible. Since I don't have to change the ownership since I'm an owner, happy days. I would try and somehow change also the mentality around the club. The social media aspect as well needs to be minimized to some extent.
Right.
Like that, the way it's going around these days, how much influence it has, not just on club, on players, on fans and everything, but just overall on the world. It's kind of insane, because the long enough you say a certain thing, the more of chance that you're gonna start to believe it, others are gonna start believe it, and then basically figuring out how far you are down that rabbit hole of the truth, the facts, delusion, confusion, and all this stuff. It's becoming a very gray and dark area. Let's just put it that way. And getting out of it is also very rough, because the backlash afterward is gonna go through the roof, to say the least. But yeah, I would try and change some things, definitely. Unfortunately, I couldn't change the fact that we cannot go back to Highbury. Definitely, we need something to done about that to some extent. Wouldn't mind it. But yeah, obviously it comes only with time. Personally, yeah, definitely, I wouldn't have a dog at the club. That goes without saying, no lemons, no pickpockets, and that type of stuff. Something more traditional.
Yeah, something traditional, like back to stick to the basics, stick to the roots, right?
Yeah, but
So
one of the biggest things, mentality definitely needs to be changed around the club.
yes, the
Overall, in
mentality.
all aspects.
So like how you're the owner, right? What are some of this? What are? Tell me 5 things other than mentality, you know, or maybe like we said, social media. Tell me 5 other things you are the owners that you will sit down with the players individually and say to the players individually, like, yeah, yes, we bought you from this club, you know, we signed you for Arsenal. This is a historical club. This club has history. This club has legacy, which Arsenal does, has history. It has legacy. Arsenal is one of the club. As a United fan myself, I respect, because you guys had Tony Adam, Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry Henry, just to name a few. Sol Campbell, Ashley Cole, the whole Invincible squad. Yeah, it was incredible. Was incredible, because I've seen when you man go invincible. So yeah, man.
Which players I would get out of the club at the end of the day, or what?
No. Like you were the owner, right?
Yeah.
You say you want to sit down and talk to each player individually. What are the five key things you tell each players individually when they sign for your club?
To sign them when they sign for the club, right?
Yeah.
Well, this will be fun. First things first, I would say that this club carries a massive weight, and it's either type of situation where you either have results or you kind of, well, see ya, you'll get out of the club.
Okay,
yeah. The mentality is that you do what you need to do, and then you focus on other things. Obviously, look, overall perspective, family first, health, and all that stuff. But if we talk about the club, that it's that you have to put basically your blood, sweat, and tears on the line at the end of the day. Half-ass it. If you cannot start feeling too comfortable in your position. Daily, you need to improve, or weekly, depends on the situation, or even monthly, on something that you are maybe not excelling at as a player. Whether it's something mental, whether it's something physical, whether it's something technical or psychological or something, you need to, we got to sit down, figure this out, and we're going to improve on that. Because
right.
In those terms, I would also try and minimize the people being on social media and everything, because that, whether you're a lot on it or not, whether it's a secret accounts or not, but that definitely takes the focus away, because people see stuff, and people may have thick skin, but at the end of the day, it's just so much you can take until you basically explode. Like it's a matter of time when it's going to happen. It's also kind of inevitable. Let's just put it that way to some extent. And well, we are at, like, I would say the expectations are win now. There's no time, no process, no phases, none of that. You come in, you perform. If you're not good enough, you're out instantly. Like, you cannot have this betting period, and you cannot have this family situation going on where player overstays his welcome. Let's just put it that way, because that is one of the biggest issues even right now, that players stay longer than they should be at the club. We don't tend to let them go. We hold on to them for a bit too long. We also did that with Arsene Wenger to some extent. Gone when we won the FA Cup, not the last FA Cup, the FA Cup before, you could argue on that. Not just say them sit there and just kind of way put like a black spot on a wedding cake, and like fly on a wedding cake type of situation, where you kind of make it not as spotless, your resume, your whole situation at the club long term. I just put it that way. I don't even know what else is there. It's kind of a weird question. Like, for me, it's kind of on the spot. It's quite interesting to figure this out. I'm mumbling as well. Like, in those in those terms about all of this.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. So,
Yeah.
like how you guys won your Champions League match last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would say that so far in the Champions League, you guys have a bit of success in the Champions League thus far, going to a 70, going as far as facing PSG, beating Real Madrid last year. So, do you see your team improving in the Champions League? But the next step, I'm sure you want the next step for you guys to go to the final and possibly potentially lift the Champions League trophy. So, like, do you think your current manager at the moment is the right manager to get you guys over the line? Despite although you say you will replace the manager, do you think the talent in your squad, although with this manager being there, is good enough to win you guys a Champions League?
The talent is in the team to win something 100%. And it's been like that for quite a while as well, for a few years now. It's just that people want to say that it's injuries, it's the squad depth that's not enough, and something like that. But for me, this squad, I would say last 2 years especially, they are there to win something. They're good enough to win something. Obviously, it's certain reasons why they haven't won something. That's a bit different story on those terms. But speaking of Champions League, at the moment, we are 3 games in, 3 wins, 0 goals conceded in Champions League as of now. Quite reminiscent of last year as well.
Mm-hmm.
In those terms, because last year we had the same situation where we were very good in group stages, very solid. Obviously, we drew against Atalanta 0-0, where Raya made 2 saves on Retegui on penalty and straight afterwards. We lost to Inter Milan. That was about it, I think it was. Did we lose anyone else in Champions League? No, I don't think so. In the group stages, at least. But this season is quite similar. Inter Milan and Arsenal are the only two best defensive teams in Champions League, just like last year. Obviously, the expectation is to get to the final. To get to the final, and, well, if we're blessed enough to win it, let's just put it that way. The thing is, though, it's very hard for me to say with chest that we're gonna win it, given the fact that we have never done it before. Like, it's 139 years this year of Arsenal. Next year it's 140, and we have never won in Europe. No, in Champions League specifically, I cannot say in Europe, but in Champions League, we haven't won Champions League. In those, like the modern Champions League, we have not won it. And it's very hard to say that we're gonna do it when the team doesn't know what it takes. The club doesn't know what it takes. The mentality for the club is not there, because this team as a unit has not won anything as a collective. Individually, yes, they have success, like Kai Havertz and won Chelsea the Champions League final against City. Hey, haha. But besides, like, who else has won there? Jesus, maybe? I don't know.
Madueke, Eze.
He's World Cup winner. Yeah. Eze has won, but in terms just on Champions League, it's not that many players. To be honest, it's very hard in those terms. But my expectations is, Arteta said every year after he does this speech and everything, don't be satisfied with second. We want one step forward every season and all this stuff. To be honest, if we are looking from that perspective, last year, if you even include that, we have 3 years finished second on the trot, right? If he says every year, don't be satisfied with second, and next year we have to take a step forward. So when it is going to happen at the end of the day? Because one step forward is winning the Premier League, at least getting to final in Champions League, putting yourself in a position where you have at least a shot at winning it, because we even haven't gotten that. Mikel Arteta's record in semi-finals, specifically in the last 7-8 games, is like, 5 losses, 3 draws or something like that, 2 goals scored or 3 goals scored. Like, it doesn't fill you with confidence from that point of view. Definitely doesn't. But obviously, there is that hope that maybe we will break the duck, as they say, and we may be going to do something. But the expectations for me is final of Champions League at least. Winning one of the FA Cups or Carabao Cups. Luckily, we're still in both. We'll see, to be honest. We play soon Brighton. And in Premier League, one step forward, that's winning the league. And so far, looking at the league, it's there for the taking. Once again, it's there for the taking. And God forbid we screw it up once again. Because last year City fell off. This team is built for when City falls off. Every top gunner said, and Liverpool just took the cake with Arne Slot. They won the league last year. And for me, this year, Liverpool, until they figure stuff out, what it looks like they are on a struggle path, let's just put it that way. It will be interesting to see how far they fall behind until they figure it out, right?
Yeah.
But the issue is Man City, because they are on a bit of a roll. Haaland is on phenomenal form. And
11 goals so far in our league.
Yeah, exactly. And if he stays injury-free this season, he could break another goal record.
Yeah.
And if he breaks that goal record, 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, City is going to be on the top of the table by the end of the season.
Yeah.
Most likely.
So Kevin in the chat here, local Crystal Palace fan, said, would you rather the EPL or the Champions League? So basically he's asking, which one do you want the most, the league or Champions League trophy?
First things first, big up Palace and big up Glasner for winning FA Cup last year and beating Liverpool in the Community Shield. We don't count that as a trophy, but it is what it is. Like it's a I want both, ideally, right? I want both. I want Premier League and I want Champions League. I want them both. If I have to pick one, I don't even know, because ideal scenario, we can win both, as I said. If we win Champions League, that would be the only thing that everyone holds us over us, because that's the only thing we haven't won, technically speaking, in Europe, the big ones.
Yeah.
At the same time, if we win it, you lot, it's including yourself, to be honest, it's gonna change the narrative, because you have won it once, we have won it 2-3 times at the end of the day. Premier League, we haven't won it in 2 decades over, so that's that as well. We are starved of the big trophies. For me personally, I would take, at the moment specifically, I would take, I don't know, dare I say Champions League?
Fair enough.
Because it's from one point of view, it's a win-win situation if you win one of them. It's also a lose-lose situation if you lose one of them, because one of them we have never won. Another one is 2 decades over in the waiting process. It's a phase 23 at the moment in winning Premier League. Once again, and to be honest, we should have won Premier League over the last 2 decades about 3-4 times at least. Looking how that Leicester year and Spurs and all this stuff last few years, like it's a rough one. Like I want one of them at least this year, or he has to go. I want him gone anyways, but he has to go anyway in those times. We need one of them, definitely.
True. So Champions League trophy is what your heart desires, yeah?
You can say it that way. That would be something special. That would be something that never seen. Like I have seen other stuff in those times.
Okay. Yes. Mark Harris. True. The test for Brighton will be a test. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So your heart desires the Champions League trophy, which I think every club in the world hearts desire the Champions League trophy. That's the trophy. That's the trophy to win. That trophy solidifies you in Europe, right? That trophy solidifies in this year at this time on this day, this player scored that goal. This team gelled together to win.
History forever.
Make history forever. That's the creme of the creme, other than the World Cup, to win. Yeah. So it's the World Cup, the Champions League, the Euros, and the Copa America, right? As far as the 4 most important trophies all football players want to win, depending on the region they live. Yeah. So yeah, man, fair enough. I've seen my club lift a Champions League trophy one time in my life. Although when I was young, when I got introduced to football, my uncle said I saw when my club won a Champions League trophy, but I don't necessarily remember that. If you feel me, like I'll have to go back and watch the highlights because when you're that young, I don't think you could necessarily remember everything. But I do remember us lifting the one in Moscow. Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh yeah, this is a good question. Yeah, Frankfurt versus Liverpool. Who you think is going to win? Because Liverpool are desperate for a win.
Ekitike returns home.
Yeah. He's going to score against
Frankfurt is one of those teams that at home it's just like good luck with that to some extent.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Right.
Wouldn't be surprised if Frankfurt throw a massive.
Okay, and Andre here in the chat says Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Frankfurt, right. So people, if you haven't liked the stream already, please do. And if you haven't subscribed to Latvian Gunner's channel already, the link to his channel is in the description. Let's help and get him to 1,000 subs. And if you like what we're saying, you know, please stick around, listen. Feel free to ask Latvian Gunner any question you want in the comment section about his club, you know, because he's a passionate Arsenal fan, and most importantly, he is a football fan as well. Yes. Let's see. Liverpool have weakened their team with Isak and selling Diaz. I think you guys sell. I think that's true.
I think Trent is a big issue for selling them.
Diaz and Trent.
All the turmoil and everything that had around Trent and get out of the club and all they said, but I think it was very overlooked how much influence he has on the attack, the creative aspect at least, because Wirtz is doing 0010 Ben 10 vibes at the moment. He like 116 million for. Hey, at the moment at least.
True. My club is in shambles right now. Rasta, Frankfurt, my bat to us, bro. Listen, anything could happen in football, bro. But today you'll find out because your manager has to get it right. Because if he doesn't get it right, pandemonium will break out.
Hinkslot's job is on the line.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't.
He just won Premier League. I don't think he's in those waters yet.
Yeah.
But there definitely are some questions being asked. Those times.
Florian Squirts is
Florian Squirts. Yeah.
Yo,
to be honest, he plays against Bundesliga side. Florian Squirts.
The names you guys come up with for the players, bro, is funny and hilarious, and I like it. Let's say, is Latvian Gunner Arteta out? And if out, who would your next manager be?
Yep, I am peace out to Arteta for a while right now, have been, and for me the options, well, Zidane wouldn't say no to that. Luis Enrique said he wanted to manage in Premier League, would be fantastic. For me, ideal scenario, Luis Enrique comes to Arsenal, first interviews, and they asked him, why did you join Arsenal? And he could then genuinely answer, well, last year my bench told me they were the best team in Europe. Like Arteta said after the game interview when he said the bench told me they were the best team.
But I can't believe he said that, bro. I watched that interview, the press conference after that. I'm like, no, this brother didn't just say that, bro. The team that beats you currently is the best team in Europe. So, okay, like,
who else is there? Hansi Flick, I would take.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, Flick.
I would take a punt on I forgot his name, but his name is Giselle. He's Al Ali manager, if I'm not mistaken, at the moment.
True.
Obviously, I wouldn't say no to. Ironically enough, Matthias Giselle. Yeah, that one from Al Ali. I wouldn't say no to. Ironically enough, we beat him yesterday for nothing. But what's his face? Diego Simeone. It would be interesting to see how that looks, to be honest. How it would be interesting to see. Glasner, if push comes to shove. Why not? Nagelsmann has lost some credit in my eyes just because of what he does with Germany at the moment.
Yeah.
Although Germany also are not great. Like that generation change, what's happening there, it's a mess to some extent. They don't have those players anymore, the abilities
Kroos,
to turn part. Yeah, Kroos, Muller, all these guys like Mustafi, Hervedes, Hummels, Lahm, and all them. Like it's not the same anymore. Neuer as well past his prime.
True.
And all this stuff. Like there are about 5 to 10 managers I would take a punt on. At the moment, there are definitely ones I would take in a heartbeat. Wouldn't mind also Inzaghi, but obviously he just signed with Al Hilal, sorry, for 23
And to
million.
me, Inzaghi would have been perfect for you, man. Yeah, perfect. He would have been perfect for you, Andrew. We don't have an identity. Look what it took for us to even win the few first matches. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, the first like 5 to 6 games, they literally won 80th plus minute goals or 90th minute goals, like random penalty. They scrambled it. And man, Newcastle put them to the sword almost as well. If Rio doesn't score, like they're
right. It feels good to have a new goalkeeper. I'm not gonna lie. For me personally, it's like a breath of fresh air.
It's peaches.
Because we got scammed by Teneram, Andre Onana, and having Andre Onana in goal last season traumatized me. Yeah, because we gave Spursy a trophy. But yeah, it feels good, fresh of air. The goalkeeper that knows how to do the basics,
Wait, when did you sign Bayindir in the first place, though?
Bro, that was a Ten Hag signing. Signing.
Technically, he's not that bad, but he definitely is not suited for this.
He's not.
But Lemons looks okay. It's one game for Lemons in those terms. He looks decent. I like that he commands the box compared to your previous, let's just say, 3 goalkeepers. And why did you let De Gea go? Tell me again.
Because listen. This is the thing. He was willing to take a pay cut, but the club didn't want to, and Ten Hag didn't want him. And David De Gea at the time was a Golden Glove winner. My guy, I'm like, well, bro, what? Okay, but whatever. Glasner reminds me of Wenger.
Yeah, really? Could be. He's very good, to be honest. The management, the adjustment that he does. Well, it takes, to be honest, a special manager to beat Liverpool 2 times in the span of a month, to be honest, and also do it in quite strongly as well with the team that he's losing the best players like Olise, Eze, Gehi might be gone very soon. That he's losing them and still maintaining the level. It's actually something is there.
My current player in United right now, I have to say Matthijs de Ligt. And I feel like Matthijs de Ligt should be the captain. That's just my honest opinion, because I like I like his mentality. He is a proven winner. He has won league titles, more than 1 league title. So yeah, man, I would Matthijs de Ligt for me. Yeah.
No Tesco bags.
Sir, I'm sorry?
No Tesco bags.
No, Matthijs de Ligt, bro.
Not Benjamin Tesco. No, nothing like that. Nothing of those.
No, Matthijs de Ligt, because to me, I prefer a defender as the captain, because although I see Roy Keane as the captain, but when he left, Gary Neville took over. Rio Ferdinand, Nemanja Vidic, etc. Like so I've gotten used to defenders taking over
we grew up on that
captain,
like the best captains, number 6s, like proper number 6s, center backs, or technically defenders in general, or on some occasion goalkeepers like Buffon, Casillas, and players like that. But mostly it has been defensive players.
True. Rasta, why I give you props? You're one of the few United fans that still have standards, bro. Most fans just accept anything. Nope, and I refuse to accept anything. Not because we beat Liverpool the other day. That doesn't mean we're good. We could take 1 step forward and move 10 steps back. And thank you, Andrew, for saying that. Yeah. Bless up every single time. And you're one of the few Liverpool fans that showed up in my chat and Alcavin's chat, yeah? And you say, yo, guys, you beat us, blah, 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 blah. Everybody else was just had a meltdown. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could be the best team in the world. You could still lose. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Good morning, Stocks and Latvian Gunner. Big up. Gunner C, bless up, Gunner C, and congratulations on the win yesterday, Gunner C.
Yeah.
What about Lord? Oh God, let's not mention that name. That mention his name is a strike.
No, strike. Zerbatov, Zerkamp.
Yeah, bro. I don't know why Rance said that, bro. Zerkamp, Zerbatov. I'm like, brother, what did this brother just say? My God, no comment on that.
But he's not bad, to be honest.
No, he's not bad, but I feel like people say he might leave in January. He might stay, he might not, but I don't think he'll leave. Possibly because Mbeumo and Ahmad is gonna go out for the AFCON AFCON.
Holland can be called back from loan, can it?
Say that again.
Can you not call back Hoyland or Rashford
No,
from
no, no,
loan?
no. Let him stay in Syria. So they could buy him. So they could buy him, please and thank you. Because I'll say Benjamin Sesko is slightly better than Rasmus Højlund. I would say like Benjamin Sesko. He created his chances to score the goal last season. Rasmus Højlund was wrestling with the man them and falling on the floor and all of that. Yeah, but
damn.
Yeah.
Did you see Napoli lost yesterday?
Yes, I did.
6-2 to PSV.
Bro. For me, bro. For me, I think Conte, when it comes to domestically and winning the league, he's good. But when it comes to like Europe, I think he needs to improve on that. But overall, he is a good manager.
Yeah.
Is he a proven winner? Yes, he is. He came to the Premier League and actually won the Premier League.
Yeah.
Although I don't know why the hell he went to Spursy. Shouldn't have never went to Spursy. But he left, went to Juve, and won the Serie A title 3 times in a row. So yeah, man, I think he just needs to improve in Europe in general. But as a manager, a proven winner, his trophy cabinet speaks for itself. He is a winner. Yeah, man. So guys, in the chat, if you have any questions to ask Latvian Gunner, feel free to ask Latvian Gunner. You know what I mean? He is a passionate Arsenal fan, passionate football fan. And my personal question I like to ask for you is, brother, if you could go back in time, yeah, and there's one player you heard about, you wanted to watch a full 90 minutes play on the pitch.
Just one 90-minute game, right?
Yeah, one 90-minute game, yeah? Who would that player be and why?
Oh, there are too many to choose from, to be honest. Too many.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you look from that point of view. No. No.
Man, think about it. Take your time. Think about it. Take your time.
Instantly names that race through the mind. Like, it's insane, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
One player. So, like, most likely it would be an international game, to be honest, depending on the player. Because if it's like a Brazilian player watching the Joga Bonito, that would be something. Even the whole team, even, right? But and like Arsenal overall, right? Not just Arsenal.
Any manager, any player to say. Any player, it don't matter.
Cruyff, Hadji, Riquelme, Kaká, Socrates, Jorginho, Roberto.
I didn't get to watch the game, so I was getting
Bergkamp.
notified by Sofa score instead. Okay. I understand why. Why was our first goal taken away? I think because
offside?
It was offside. It was offside. Yeah, the first goal was offside for you guys.
There's no limitations how far can I go back, right?
No limitation. Any player. Any player.
It's player. A freaking hell. It's too many players, damn it. It's a chills.
That's what I say. That's what I say, bro. This is something you gotta think about, man. You know what I mean? Because
obviously the obvious options are players like Ronaldinho, R9, Johan Cruyff, Riquelme. I would say George Hadji and players like that. Those are the obvious ones, but to pinpoint one, like, it's nearly impossible to some extent. In a deal, like, to be honest, I would want to watch Ronaldinho. Definitely. Ronaldinho would be one. Although I can watch him, to be honest. Like it's a bit different. Like I've seen him on TV,
Right.
obviously.
Right. Right. Right.
Those times, if I go even before that, I would watch. If we talk only Arsenal, I wouldn't mind watching like Ian Wright, for example, right?
Ian
Just Arsenal, and maybe the Tony Adams just for that goal against Everton, because the statue outside Emirates for that and all this stuff like that. Obviously, I can watch it on archives, but you mean if you mean like I could watch live, I would definitely do one of those. If we're talking, to be honest, I would want to watch Johan Cruyff.
Johan Cruyff,
Yeah.
godfather of football, one of the godfathers of football. Okay, Emery got a cheeky win at Spursy. I would have him yesterday at United. Yeah, Emery's a good coach. He's a good coach. Huh?
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Pick up blinders. Pick up blinders. Pick up blinders.
Yeah. Don't you play Spurs as well soon?
Yo, listen, I give Unai Emery credit. The man won the Europa League 4 times. 4 times.
In a row.
Yeah.
Walden in a row. 3 with Sevilla, 1 with Villarreal.
Yeah, 4 times. Yeah.
So that's
his trophy cabinet speak for himself, man. But and to answer that question, let me tell you who I would love to see. Although I've seen a full 90 minutes, although I've watched a few matches with this player, is Zinedine Zidane. Reason why I say Zinedine Zidane, and I'm gonna throw another one in there, George Weah.
Yeah,
Zinedine Zidane and George Weah. Those two I would like to watch a full 90 minutes. Go back in the past and just watch them in their prime. Because. Listen, Zinedine Zidane, George Weah are names that's forever gonna ring in football. You know what I mean?
Eusebio would be also nice. For example, one of those, definitely.
Right.
But yeah, would be interesting to see someone like old school, like Roberto Jorginho, Socrates, something like that. With most Brazilians, just watch Brazil international team. You can watch like 10 of them instantly. Like it doesn't. Since they mostly played together, like it's also, if you look at that point of view, would be actually quite interesting to watch.
Right.
Definitely.
Fair enough. So, in this current stage of football, with UEFA and FIFA, the footballing powers of the world.
Yeah.
Do you think they're improving the game? Or they're making it worse, or do you think they should have kept football what it used to be, or you feel like there's just too much interference for the football from the footballing powers of the world?
They need to evolve together with times. Like you cannot be an analog watch in digital time. Like it's a bit kind of. It won't work. The thing is, though, some of the things they do definitely are madness, to say the least. To be honest, the new Arsene Wenger rule they're revisiting once again regarding offsides. It's quite interesting, to be honest, in terms of the player has to be pretty much fully offside to call it an offside.
Yeah.
If it's let's just say a tiny bit, then it's not offside. That actually would be very interesting. Obviously, it gives advantage to the defender. Attacker in those terms. But it would be quite interesting to see how that gets done. For me as well, but things like VAR and stuff like that, they are not bad things. We just look at Premier League and they have these dickweeds in charge who don't know what to do with them as well. And they have like incompetent people operating them. Let's just put it that way. The adjustments, like the ideas, some of the ideas are very good. It's just how they execute them. It's not
that great.
Not it, definitely. Let's just put it that way. Because the Premier League, for me personally, is the only league for what I watch that literally takes to rule on offside it feels like a decade. You would watch La Liga, Serie A, other leagues, it's literally 3 seconds. They call VAR, he checks his ear, 2 or 3 seconds. He goes to the screen, few seconds, everything's decided. In Premier League, well, it's this and that and everything. They cause the suspense and everything, but at the end of the day, it's insane. But FIFA and UEFA, they need to adapt to the times.
Right.
those things like they try to do the 5 referees. It's as technically as great as it sounds, it also never most likely would have worked because human eye cannot catch certain actions in such speed, especially over the goal line if the ball goes or not. So, for example, goal line technology, that is nice. VAR as well, especially the semi-automated ones and everything at the moment that can show you 3D images with removing everything, whether the ball has crossed the line, whether it is actually offside, and the hybrids and everything. That is good. It's just people don't know how to use them, what it feels like. They still don't draw lines like it's Microsoft Paint or something, which also makes no sense in those terms sometimes. But yeah, overall, I think it's good what they're doing. Some of the things, not all of them. Definitely not all of them, but overall, I think they have to evolve with times. You cannot have like no rules and just go with it because the football is changing no matter how you look at it. It tends to go in cycles, and at the moment, it's a very weird cycle we have kind of going into at the moment with the way we are playing football. But hey, it is what it is. Big up, Darren.
Big up, Darren.
Yeah, it is what it is. We kind of have to survive through it at the moment. Definitely, we just have to survive through it because for me, still that England-Germany game where Lampard took a shot, it goes over the line. It's very evident it goes over the line and it doesn't get counted. And soon afterwards, Germany score and they win the game based on that. Stuff like that, definitely. That's why we need stuff like VARs and all this stuff. But overall, I just wish they adjusted some rules to cater that a bit more. Because, like, obviously, there's specific times when you can time frame where you can go and watch the VARs. There's some things you cannot also overturn with VAR. But I think VAR should have, I would argue, and this will sound very controversial because people definitely will disagree, but VAR should have a bit more power because yellows cannot be overturned, overlooked, and all this stuff, which is also very weird because unless it's a red card decision at the end of the day, you cannot do it. But you should. The thing is, though, how do you pick the right people in charge? Because there will be disagreements no matter how you look at it. I just wish it was much, much more transparent compared to what it is right now. Because they release the videos, the audios, like what it feels like a week later. They have time, technically speaking, to alter it if they want to and everything with today's technology. So you never know what's happening there and all this stuff. Like, it's weird in those terms. And also the people who are in charge. Because in Premier League, that for me is one of the biggest issues, the referees. They're inconsistent, hence why I don't moan about them. Because everyone gets these calls for and against them. Even the first goal we scored yesterday, technically, for me, that wasn't a foul on Martinelli because he bumbled into Llorente at the end of the day because Llorente was going for the ball. Martinelli was further, but with speed and everything, he just backed into him, and everything like that. But yeah, the people need to be changed. They need some independent juries, per se, just to control it in those terms. Because somehow, most of the time, 95% of the time, nobody has issues with Champions League refs, for example. Nobody has this big resonance in Bundesliga, La Liga. Yes, there are some issues, but they're not as highlighted as in Premier League. And they're not as often as well, to some extent. At least from what I have watched in La Liga and other leagues. Like in those terms like that, yeah. But FIFA definitely needs to go with times. Definitely need to go with times. I just wish they did it more efficiently, let's just put it that way.
So in the top 5 leagues, yeah, which league do you say is underrated the most?
Underrated the most. I can tell you which one's the most overrated one.
Okay, tell me.
Premier League.
Yeah,
I cannot do that point of view. I think obviously every league is a bit different. Every league has its some like advantages over other leagues. Some are a bit of mix of both. One is more mixed than another. But I think the most underrated one, personally, is top 5 leagues. You mean top big nations, top 5 nations, right?
Yeah, the top 5, the top 5 football leagues.
Yeah, because what classifies the top 5 leagues? Because that 5th spot with France and Portugal just does a jump rope thing many times in recent years. But if we just take France, Spain, Italy, Germany, and England, I would say one of the most underrated ones. Technically, I would actually argue is Serie A
Mm-hmm.
to some extent. La Liga gets its flowers, but I don't. These days, the other leagues don't have that much PR. They are not as commercialized as Premier League, I think, and hence why people tend to overlook all of them. Because as soon as we sign players from other leagues, it's a farmers' league instantly. You know this. I know this because player is a farmer.
Yep.
Doesn't know anything. Why have we signed him? But also, it says a lot when a player is mid-table in a farmers' league. Like, it is a worry. Let's just put it that way. Obviously, you can find diamond in the rough, but you need to coach him and manage him, obviously. But I think Ligue 1, French league, is very disrespected as well to a certain extent. It feels very disrespected. Yes, PSG is the flagmanship, it's the money and all this stuff, but you have some very good games in there. Monaco is decent to watch. Marseille under De Zerbi, Greenwood scored 4 goals. No, 4 goals, 4 goals over the weekend.
Yeah, man.
That's insane.
De Zerbi has Marseille playing good ball. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the thing. Aubameyang as well, balling out for them. He's 38 right now, or 37, something like that.
Obama who? Obama what?
Yeah. And we are the only club who didn't get money for Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, every single club got money.
Arteta messed up on that because it was because Obama Wang. Y'all won that trophy, by the way.
Yeah, he won him that trophy. Yeah. He got the Golden Boot winning Aubameyang, who in the end played left wing back. Always fun times.
But hey, let me ask you a question. The Mertz Ozil situation at Arsenal.
Ozil?
Yeah, Ozil.
Yeah.
How did that kind of sort of fall apart in a sense? Because Ozil was an assist king to me, to be honest with you. Because when he played at Madrid, man, that was an assist king, and I know for a fact when they sold Ozil, Ronaldo was upset about that because
he was the assist leader, and they had a very good partnership. Yeah.
Ronaldo was upset about that. So you guys had Ozil, yeah? So how explain that to me, like him leaving affected the club, and I think him coming also had an effect on the club.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, like the partnership with that Alexis, for example, had with Ozil was very nice and pleasurable to watch. 100%. The Ozil assist record that could have been broken if Giroud could finish his dinner also would have been quite nice in those terms. But I don't know, with Ozil, it's a weird thing. I think he at Arsenal more specifically, he was like on and off type of player. It was very easy to get him out of the game because he had the passing, the bounce shot he was doing with his left foot as well. Fantastic to look at. Like, he'd bounce off the ground and just with a nice arc just goes into the goal.
Yeah.
But overall, like, it's very easy to shut him down. If we are looking from that point of view, it's just similar like with Odegaard and everything. Yeah, like he has 1 foot. Physically, he's not as strong, although Ozil was stronger than Odegaard, to be honest, for me personally. And if you shut him down, it's kind of he disappears from the game. The only thing is Odegaard at least presses well. He presses well. Ozil was in those times he didn't do much defensively. Let's just put it that way. Obviously, the religious views. Let's just put it religious views that transpired afterwards. The confrontation with Emery, when he said that he's going to belong here and he's going to be gone and everything, didn't do him any favors. Let's just put it that way, right? But overall, yeah. He was very good, but he was very good under Wenger most of the time. Like, you need a specific manager to make him work. I think. Bless you.
Thank you.
I think you need a specific manager to make him work. And that's how it's like him. Because as we talked about, he was assist leader in Real Madrid. Ronaldo was pissed off that they sold him. Next season, Di Maria was assist leader. They also sold him. That's something Real Madrid, I don't know why they did it, but hey, it's up to Real Madrid and they still win, to be honest. So cannot judge them too much, to be honest, in those terms. But with Ozil, I just wish there was something more that could have come out of Ozil. Like, that's the nuts part. And with Arsenal, when we have these big players, one of the biggest issues was we never built around them. We never catered them to kind of hide their weaknesses, to elevate the team. Because always, if Arsenal had somewhat even solid defense, somewhat solid attack, midfield was an issue. Once we try and fix that, then attack is an issue. We always do this thing where we just jump squares and they never fill them. It took us how long to replace Patrick Vieira? How long? So we got Thomas Partey, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
In those terms, because we had Alex Song and everything. It was a nice stopgap. Although Alex Song was nice, I actually like him. At the same time, it takes us ages to replace certain players. And we always, every single summer, and still it's right now to this day, in recent times it was we need a striker in the left wing. At that time it was, well, we're going to sign a number 6. And then we go and get Francis Coquelin. And then we get players like that. Like, it's a never-ending story. We never tend to build around those players that needed help and that were actually good enough. That's also why Van Persie left. People may dislike Van Persie, obviously, mostly because he went to Ulot, to be honest, in those terms. But Van Persie went into the board with Wenger and everyone and said, what's the plan for the summer? And they said, well, we won't going to do much. We have to pay off this and do that. And we were in a, I wouldn't say good, but somewhat good position to go for something. And Van Persie said, well, that doesn't fall in line with the plans, what we should be doing. And he just pieced the scene.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest issue, that we never built around the team.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, bro, when I heard that we were going to get Robin Van Persie and he signed for us, bro, I was like, huh? What?
Yeah.
Like, bro, when I saw him sat down in the presser with Ferguson, I'm like, oh my God, how in the hell did we pull this off? And at that time, he was the best striker in the league at that time, yeah. And the team that we had when we won our last league title, yeah, that team was good, but it wasn't that great, yeah. But brother, listen, Van Persie, bro, I swear down, bro, the goals I see Van Persie scored, I'm like,
yeah. To be honest, your tactics under Fergie that just get the ball to Van Persie, he's probably going to score, and it worked.
Yeah. He told the player, if you do not pass the ball to Van, you want to win the league. If you don't pass the ball to Van Persie, you will not play. You will not play. And brother, listen. Hands up.
Yeah.
We won our 20th title. Yeah. But brother, I'll say I give credit to where credit is due, man. It takes guts for players to go to your board and tell you what's the plan. Okay, all right, no problem.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, so
that's the captain materials and all this stuff, and other star players. Like, it feels like sometimes if not everything is not aligned, and it feels like they're going in opposite directions, and it's very annoying because Alexis goes and everything also to you a lot. To be honest, Alexis I just wish we could have built around Alexis. He actually got the support he deserved and everything, because there was something in there.
And another question I got to ask you: do you think the ownership and the management, right, should listen to certain key players? Because if they listen to certain key players, it could help them improve the squad in a whole. Or do you think that the ownership and the managers should just do whatever they want? Because honestly, if you listen to certain key players in your squad, it can help you improve your squad, help you bolster the squad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But to be honest, if they listen to the players right now, Arteta is never leaving.
Mikel Merino, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mikel Merino came out yesterday and said that yesterday or day before yesterday, and he came out and said that Arteta is the best manager he's played under and the best in the world.
Best manager he's played under. How?
To be honest, he's played in Real Sociedad. That's coming from Sociedad, maybe that's why. But they should be listening, to be honest, to some extent. It just depends to which players and what they're saying. Because there was time, I remember the clip from back in the day when I think it was Tony Adams. He came into the office, into the manager's office, and he said, "We are not playing today, training today." They were in the red zone as a team. They all were drained instantly. They said, "We're not training today." Manager was saying, "Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are training. We're doing everything." He said, "No, we're not. We just cannot. We can't." And what happened afterwards? He came out and they didn't train that day. They didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need that also someone who stands up for the players.
And it takes guts. It takes guts for you to go to your manager and tell your manager that, because, bro, you could be holding bench for the rest of your life.
You can lose your captaincy very easily
like that.
Yeah. But I don't see Odegaard doing that, to be honest.
No. He's not. He's a yes man.
He's never gonna do that. But there should be something that also some players, not all of the players, but some players who are maybe the top players who have some input, right? Obviously, players cannot run the team like Mbappe did at PSG and all that stuff, or Ronaldo does at Al Nassr, where he says he wants that player and they basically have to buy him, or Ronaldo is gone to some extent. Let's just put it that way. But players should have some input. I think sometimes players actually could have a different perspective as well, especially the good ones.
Fair enough.
Because if we did like, if we just went off the management and everything, like, oh bloody hell,
it'll be boring ball. That's what you're saying.
No, Terry is never leaving. He's staying here till he's 80. If that's the case.
Speaking of managers, yeah, Simeone has been at Atletico Madrid for very
13, 14 years right now.
13, 14 years. Do you think it's time for him to get a new challenge, or you think he's going to stay at Atleti?
No, he needs to. I think he has a bit overstayed. Last time he won something at Atleti, what, 21, 22, something like that.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, to be honest.
Yeah.
The thing, like, but he's very loved there. Very, very loved there in the club. Very loved. He's very held in high regard. He's their Arsene Wenger. He
won the Europa League with them, 2 league titles, and a domestic trophy with them. So
he's winning.
He took them out of the gutter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He has like 7, 8, or I think 8. I think it might be 8, maybe even 9 trophies in the 13 years he's been there, or 14.
Yeah.
He has won stuff, right? But I think also he needs a change. But the thing is, didn't he just sign a new deal?
I'm not sure, you know.
Because he is the highest paid manager in world football. Not the highest. Sorry,
Diego Simeone.
I'm talking crap. He's one of them. I cannot say the highest. Yeah, he is one of them, because if I'm not mistaken, he's on a 25 million, something weird like that. Simeone is the highest paid manager, apparently. 25.9 million pounds.
It's a lot of mola.
Yeah, when did he sign the new deal?
I'm not
That's
sure,
the biggest good. How can he almost 26 million pounds?
Big up Twisted Face. Big up, yeah. So I'm gonna share the screen with you, Latvian Gunner, yeah? And bro, Maguire cross and Harry Maguire. Yep. Bruno's cross to Harry Maguire. All right. Thank you. So I'm gonna share this. This is your team's pay
oh fuck's sake.
Pay, right? This is your team's current pay. Can you see this, or you want me to zoom in a little?
Zoom in a tiny bit, but I almost know this by heart, to be honest. Already talking about it so much. It's all good. But yeah, can zoom in a tiny bit, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Come on, man. Zoom. What's wrong with this thing? Sorry.
All good. I can open it myself as well. It's all good.
Come on. Zoom.
Where is it? Salaries. Wait, open up.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. So, in your team's current squad, yeah. Who do you believe deserves to be on this wage? Tell me.
On this wage?
On their wages. Who do you think they deserve their wages?
Oh. To be honest, like, if you go in the 250s and above, you should have won something by now. That for me is the big thing. If you start even at 300, right, then you have to won something major.
The wage structure is worse than ours.
It's insane. Yeah.
How I switch in one window. Yeah. True. So yeah, man. So who?
For me, I would say if Saliba was on 200, I would be okay with it. 250. It's like on the edge, but Saliba is actually good enough to actually back it up. Let's just put it that way. He can try and back it up.
So annually, he deserves his 13 M's annually.
to be honest, if you have the best defensive record in the league and all this stuff, you
Mhm.
kind of have to. But 250, I think, is too rich.
Right.
200 would be okay.
All right.
Next one.
What about Gabriel Jesus? Do you think he deserves this?
How that guy went from 90 or 100 grand to 265 signing for Arsenal, that's a mystery to me. Like, that for me is a mystery to me. But no, he doesn't. Availability, he's not available, and he cannot finish his dinner. Technically, he's good for link-up play and all this stuff. Now, the thing is, Gabriel Magalhaes is on 150. How the hell is he on that low if Saliba is on 250? That, for me, is the next question. Right. He arguably is our best defender.
Yeah,
he is our best defender.
Do you think he's going to sign a new contract, or
he has?
Or he has.
He has already signed. The question, the 150 apparently is not confirmed. That is the biggest thing for me, because for me, when I go on this, I go on Capology, right? There is either a green check mark or a gray check mark. If it's green, it is confirmed and verified officially. And for me, Magalhaes still is on a gray check mark, so it's not confirmed. Right. But 150 as well seems kind of too. Gabriel's on the same money as Madueke, by the way. Just
really?
Let that sink in.
Really?
Just one below. Under Gabriel Magalhaes. If you look at it, 150, technically speaking, if you look at that.
Yeah, I see it. And Twisted Faithful Eyes says Saliba getting that much. I could understand why Madrid is sniffing around. I actually thought he was going to run down his contract and sign for Madrid. I actually thought he was going to do that.
I'm kind of starting to believe that maybe Berta is kind of whispering in the ear, resign, don't worry. Mikel is going to go soon. Like Vanjeri as well, he signed a new deal in summer with some guarantees, apparently, with better game time. When is he on the pitch even? When does he play? Because Carabao Cup, if we lose to Brighton, he's out of Carabao Cup. That gives him no game time. If we lose in FA Cup, he's out of that. He has no game time during the season.
Yeah.
Like, that's the nuts part. But yeah, I think quite a few players in our club are overpaid. Saka, apparently, new deal is going to be close to 300.
Close to what?
Saka, with the new deal that he's going to sign at some point during this season or next year at some point, he's going to be close to 300.
I hope he don't pick up no other injuries, brother.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That, for me, is the biggest worry, because if we re-sign him and he becomes basically a walking hospital, no thanks. And he's going to be gone.
So Eze. Yeah. So thus far, do you think he's worth the 180?
Overall, yes, but at the moment he hasn't done enough at Arsenal, to be honest. But where is the club? Where is Crystal Palace? How much he was on Crystal Palace? Let me check. I'm gonna check it right now so I can kind of see the comparisons. Let's just put it that way. Crystal Palace last year, Eberechi Eze was on 100 grand. He was on 100 grand. So it's not that bad. Let's just put it that way, 180 and everything. I wouldn't say it's that bad, but he needs to do something. For me, the nuts part is, look at Zubimendi, for example.
Zubimendi, brother.
He's on 75.
Listen, bro. I seen on TikTok, there's this guy that made a song, TikTok, Instagram. What he said, brother, I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, he sounded like Mikel himself was speaking.
Yes. I'm like, bro, don't sing that, please. Zubimendi, 75 pounds a week, 3 million for the year.
That's the nuts part. We signed Merino under Edu, right? And he gets 130 something. Where is Merino? Yeah, 130. And then we sign Zubimendi under Bert, and he's on 75. One gets a 80 grand increase in Merino. One gets a 25 grand increase in Zubimendi. Like how?
Yeah. You see what he says? Timber 90K. Switch Jesus wages with him immediately, bro.
I think Timber is bound to new deal. Timber should be bound to new deal. They are Arsenal are talking with Timber for a new deal. They are talking. The talk started recently, but he's gonna be, and I expect him to be on like 180, something like that, double the increase at least. Yeah. For me, for example, look at, where is it? not Ben White. Martinelli is on 180. And that is basically just off that one season he had in 22-23 season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how is he on 180? How?
I don't know.
Gyökeres is on 200. Holy crap.
Yeah,
Hincapié is on 65, which is kind of
nice. And these are the players you have out on loan.
Yeah, Zinchenko 120 at Forest. Lol. But 120, he was 150 at Arsenal.
Do you think Zinchenko gonna get a new contract or no?
If he gets a new deal, holy crap. Might as well just pack it up, pack it in, and just bun it all and begin again. Pretty much.
But yeah, overall, man, your entire wage bill, this is how much your entire wage bill is.
A second in the league, I assume, right?
Yeah.
That second, what's next to it? Second in the league. Yeah. It comes up to a stupid amount. Average weekly payroll is 3.2 million a week.
That's a lot, bro. That is a lot.
3.2 million, yeah. But to be honest, if we manage to sell Jesus and Havertz, that instantly just drops by almost by 545 instantly. Like 500,000 just appears.
Yeah, gone. Wipes it out.
Clean slate. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. That basically selling them too, technically. Obviously, you're gonna suck on a new deal and all this stuff, right? That's gonna again put it up there. But getting rid of them too, it's gonna instantly partially fix the wage bill. I'm not gonna lie. It's partially gonna fix it. Those terms. But yeah, the overpayments, that comes mostly from Edu and Luis and all these garlic times. But right now that they are gone, some of them are gone and everything. Hopefully there's a change, because since Andrea Berta has come in, the wages are actually reasonable. Let's just put it that way. Actually reasonable under Andrea Berta.
Fair enough.
Besides Madueke, of course.
Fair enough.
And stuff like that, but overall, yeah.
Fair enough. So Arteta, either you win a major trophy or get out, bruv. You feel me? Because you shouldn't have make no excuses, because you say I heard him say he got to keep digging. Bro, what are you digging for, bro?
Yeah, keep digging.
Keep digging.
I have an image where Arteta digs, basically. I have that. Just made and everything. Like he's crying, he's like the mini-me, Dr. Evil, and all this stuff. I have all of those. I have these. I have them made by AI. It looks brilliant, to be honest. They are fantastic. But yeah, he has to win. No excuses. Every year he says, "Don't be satisfied with second. We want to go one step forward." Yeah. And so far we haven't seen it, to be honest.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Let's just say if you guys do get the major, yeah, do you still want him gone? He has to go.
If he wins a major.
Nothing domestic, major.
Well, Premier League or Champions League, right?
Yeah.
I would this will be very nuts, because for me, if he wins FA Cup and Carabao Cup and nothing else, right? For me, he's gone. Because for me, at this stage, Cup double is not enough anymore. Right? It would be great, of course. I would celebrate those trophies.
Done that a few seasons ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If he wins a major, I would give him that 1 year, not an extension, since he has 2 years left on his deal. After this year, he has 1 more year left after this season. Let him see it out. If you don't want to sack him, let him see it out. Because
didn't I hear they was talking about giving him a new deal or something like that? Or he got it already?
What new deal? What?
No, I heard a rumor about his deal. I'm not sure.
No.
I heard. I'm not sure.
That was last year in September. He signed a new deal.
Yeah, last year. Okay. So that's a part of it. Okay.
Yeah, that was till 2027.
Okay.
So basically, he has season and a half left, pretty much.
Okay.
So if he wins a major, and Arsenal are not willing to sack him, well, Josh, more specifically, right? Let him see it out, because then he will have proven that he can get it over the line, right? Since he has won a major, maybe he can do something else. But for me, if he wins one of the other trophies, no. That's not cutting it.
United went from the highest wage structure to 5th between Rasta, Loki, crazy. Only Spurs in the top 6, less than us. Yeah.
And they have won stuff as well. The nuts part is Spurs have better European pedigree than us. How does that work?
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
How does that work? Oh, but it's only Europa League. Yeah, the same Europa League. We barely can get to a final, and we lost to Villarreal in semifinal and all this stuff. Like lost, like no.
Bro, at the end of the day, a trophy is a trophy.
Yeah, of course.
A trophy is a trophy. Anyway, whether you want to look at it, yeah. And we don't count the Charity Shield as a trophy. We don't. We don't count preseason trophies. Sorry, we don't. Because that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Yeah. And when I see some of my fellow fans were celebrating the preseason trophy, I'm like, what are we doing, bro? what are we doing?
We have a treble, though. To be honest, I cannot complain.
Treble.
Finishing second. Finishing second.
Oh my God, man! So if you saying finishing second is a treble?
Yeah, it's a trophy, you know. But that's how they spin it. But that's how they spin it. Finishing second 3 times, phenomenal achievement, and everything. It gets celebrated like a little kid gets a Christmas present and all this stuff. Like, come on, man. We'll need to do something. Need to turn into a top gunner. Maybe my life will be easier. Who knows?
Man said nah, bro. I feel like your pride won't allow you to be a top gunner. You know what I mean?
What? Arteta wins a game. Yes, we are the best team in the world. Martinelli is back. He's gonna score hat-trick every game right now. And everything. To be honest, that Martinelli finish yesterday. That was the Martinelli of the old Martinelli I would love to see every game. That is Martinelli on 180 grand a week. We should be seeing every game.
Yeah.
To be honest, in those terms. And Gyökeres as well, 2 goals. Maybe finally he will have opened up. Maybe. That is the hope. But obviously, Champions League is a bit different football than Premier League. Do it against Burnley when there are 10 men in the box. Good luck with that. Basically.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough, brother. Fair enough. But like I said, you got the win yesterday. Congratulations on the win. You know what I mean? Let's see. First, City. Second, Arsenal. Third, Liverpool. Fourth, Chelsea. Fifth, United. Let's see, because I'm not still convinced about my team. Yeah, 6 Spursy, but we only get players because of high wages still. Yeah.
That makes sense. For us, if we can manage to unload Jesus and Havertz, it's going to be massive. And there are rumors, vague ones, I'm going to tell you that much, vague ones, that are going around the Arsenal circuits, let's just put it that way, in media, obviously, as well. But there have been talks that Jesus might be offloaded in January and Havertz might be offloaded next summer. If that happens, right, happy days. I would be over the moon with that.
You'll be over the moon this time. They have to go, blood. I don't know if you. I don't know if you remember seeing that guy. He has to go, blood.
It's time to go.
It's time to go. All right.
Rest in peace, Claude. Yeah.
Because I feel like he was the only person one of the few persons that made sense on that channel. Yeah.
Oh, they're sacking all the ones that are actually speaking some truth at the moment. What it feels like. They're all going.
Yeah, man.
But it is what it is. As they say, from the fans, by the fans. But somehow it doesn't feel that way.
No, it doesn't. So people, Latvian gunner, he came, he spoke his mind, he spoke his piece. You feel me? And he's Arteta out. For those who don't know, he is Arteta out. Even if Arteta win a major, he'll say he would rather just give him a season.
We'll see how the deal. That's not like giving him any props.
Yeah, but I just want you all, man, to know he is Arteta out. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
I expect Arsenal not to concede yesterday, but okay.
But it's gonna be interesting, to be honest, because we play on weekend at home. Palace, don't we? Yeah, we play Palace.
Crystal Palace, yeah.
Okay. It will be very interesting to see the dynamic shift from Champions League to Palace, because Glasner, he knows his stuff. But he has won Europa League, to be honest. He knows how to win that one. And it will be interesting to see how we fare. Marcelo just scored a hat-trick, so he's on a... I don't know, that's definitely going to be a worry.
They didn't perform convincingly in that game, even though with the goals.
First half was rough. We could have conceded first in the second half early when they hit the bar. So
but why was David Raya so far out the box? What was he doing? Yo, what was he doing?
David Raya is playing like a sweeper defender or something like that. Even in the first half, he went out of the box, then he tried to wrestle against whoever that was, Alvarez or whoever they nearly scored.
You know what that remind me of? Sanchez. When Chelsea played against us, Sanchez came out, boom, he got a red card. David
We are getting lobbed.
Raya got to be careful what he's doing because he could possibly get a red card for that.
We can get lobbed. We have been lobbed before.
Yeah.
And then Girona last year, well, that was Neto, to be honest. But overall, we have been loved by Mazzetta, ironically enough, before. Mm-hmm. And it won't surprise me once it happens again this season, because the way Arteta has instructed him, apparently, he needs to come out of the box. He sometimes plays on the halfway line for some weird goddamn reason.
Come out the box for what? A goalkeeper's job is to protect the goal by any means necessary, and it doesn't necessarily mean you come out of the damn box. Like, what is Arteta smoking, bruv?
Yeah, but you don't have your light bulb on, and you don't see the vision. Most likely.
The light bulb, yeah, bro. Listen, bro. Let me tell you what's the most ridiculous thing. I seen a video with the light bulb squeeze the lemons. I'm like, brother, what?
You like the pickpockets?
Yeah. That was a next. That was the next thing too. That made no sense to
me. There are some nice ones. There will be something to remember him by, definitely.
Oh, no. I don't know, man. And bro, yeah, you have some Arsenal fans out there. They're not Arsenal fans. They're Arteta fans.
Yeah, that's the biggest worry. To draw the line between those two, like, that's the biggest one.
Yeah, man, for sure. But people, you heard it from here, man. Latvian gunner, all the way from Latvia, Riga, Latvia. Yeah, he came on the channel. Bless up for coming on the channel. I've been on his channel and I spoke my little piece here and there. He came on the channel, spoke his piece. He's a passionate Arsenal fan that wants his club to go back to its winning ways. He's Arteta out. If you agree with him, disagree with him, that's your opinion. If you want to hear what he has to say, his channel link, the link to his channel is in the description here. And Latvian Gunner, that's his name. You feel me? So if you guys have anything else to say, let me know, because I will be closing the show out here. And Latvian Gunner, you have anything else you want to say before we close the show? No, man, he's Arteta out. He's not Arteta in. He's Arteta. No. He's Arteta out.
But that's the nuts part. I was Arteta in, but that was when he won the FA Cup and everything. Yeah. Because you there was that hope that there could be something.
Bless up, Twisted Faith. Yeah, they'll give you hopium. So you're relying on the hopium.
Yeah, hopium and copium. But obviously, it was early stages. Manager who has never coached. Obviously, there was that to win the FA Cup. Obviously, Aubameyang, like on silver platter, gave him. But since then, he has disrupted that team to the full extent. Like, from that final, we have nobody. For example, from that final, like, Martinelli was on the bench and Saka was injured. Or the other way around. I think Saka was on the bench and Martinelli was injured. Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have none of those players. Like, Mikel Merino makes Granit Xhaka look like prime Zidane, to be honest. Like, it's actually kind of nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been like, there's the thing. How much we have spent? Wait, 1, 2. We spent 250 million to try to replace Granit Xhaka.
It's a lot of money, brother.
Well, we signed. Yeah, Rice is playing there, which he also is not his position. We signed Havertz to play there.
You guys spent 100 million on Rice, by the way.
Yeah, 105. Yeah.
105 M's.
Yeah.
Shite. It's a lot of money.
It is a lot, but obviously he just won the Conference League and everything. Like, hey, English and all, the Premier League taxes, how they're going in this league, like English tax, Prem tax. You wanna pay the top dollar tax and everything, imaginary taxes and all this stuff. Like, come on.
Yeah, it could be worse. You could be the most successful team in England, but be Scouts, not English. Make it make sense. Oh Lord.
I could have been a Liverpool fan.
You could have been
ironically,
God, bro.
I could have.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be honest, ironically enough, the first football game, like, club level big one I watched was the 2005 final in Istanbul. AC Milan versus Liverpool.
Yes.
The 3-0 comeback and all this stuff. Like, come on.
Yeah,
That
man.
was the first club game I watched. Well, international club game. National teams, yeah. In those times, yeah.
Yo. Big up, my
Emery.
guy. Big up, Josh.
Emery.
Big up, Josh. Bless up, my guy. Bless up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up. Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. So people, we're gonna end this stream here. You know, thank you all for joining in. Everybody was here, and subscribe to Latvian Gunner. Go check his channel out. He is a passionate Arsenal fan, and he loves his club. And people, wait. Sorry, that may go to when they say they're the most successful. I'm like, but your scouts not English. Remember, yeah. They don't consider themselves English. Yes, they don't consider themselves English. That is true. That is true. That is very true. You know, that is very true. That is so true. They don't consider themselves English, but you know what? I am going to leave that there. You know what I mean? It's not my cup of tea. Hey, Stephanie Griffith, big up yourself, Stephanie Griffith. Yeah, it's funny. We're about to end the stream. That's when the crowd are slowly starting to come. Slowly start to come in. Oh my gosh, man. But yo, bro, this is a good conversation, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. I enjoy this conversation with you, brother. It's a good convo, bro. And it's good to know that there are like-minded fans out there in the world, not the delusional ones. Because in our fan base we have the delusional fan. You call them top gooners. I call them top reds. You know what I mean? But brother, it's a good conversation. And people, thank you all for watching us. Thank you all for joining, listening to Latvian Gunner. And me, myself, waffle for like an hour and a half, literally. An hour and a half, So what you got coming up on your channel, my guy?
What's today? Today's Wednesday, right? In the evening, 8 p.m. UK, gonna talk about the Athletic game. I'm gonna see what has Mikel Arteta said after the game. Gonna discuss the performance and everything. And to be honest, for today, that's about it. Kind of have a busy day ahead of me, to be honest, as well. Like few job interviews as well in few hours. I have some stuff to do. Let's just put it that way. I was about to put some extra content, but today I just don't have time. Let's just put it
right. Fair enough. Oh, all right, man. AFC Global Love, respect. Bless up. But yeah, man. So you heard it from him, people, and you heard it from me. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. If you haven't subscribed to Latvian Gunner's channel, the link to his channel is in this description. And if you're new to this channel, Rasta Stocks, please subscribe to the channel and keep your notification bell locked and loaded. And people, hasta la vista. We are out of here. And Twisted Face later. And we are out, people. Bye. Peace.
I've added people.